Welcome to the Success with Jewelry podcast, where we invite you inside our conversations about business success and marketing for jewelry designers and entrepreneurs.
We're Laryssa and Liz, jewelry marketing experts with a combined 16 years of experience in jewelry marketing and proven track records in helping jewelry brands meet their goals. When you listen to or watch this podcast, you get an intimate and exclusive peek behind the curtain of all the things you wish you could learn about earning success in this industry.
Welcome to episode 39. In this episode, Laryssa and I will be talking about clienteling. We'll share why it's important and how to get started. We also want to let you know about our insider community. When you join right now through July 4th, it's only $5 a month. So we're running a super special summer sale. And when you sign up, you'll have access to extended episodes full of tips that you can start implementing today and further resources about each topic we discuss. In the extended version of this episode, we talk about tips for continuing to nurture your clients, and we share a CRM template, a customer relationship management template that you can use. To get access to this exclusive content, as well as direct access to me and Laryssa, sign up by visiting successwithjewelry.com. Hey, Laryssa, let's get into it.
Let's talk about this fancy word, clienteling. Let's be fancy today.
Definitely. It is so important to think about clienteling, especially if you're feeling like you need to be pushing sales. But before we get into this, I want to mention that Instagram was down on Sunday, the Sunday before we've recorded this episode, for over an hour.
I just thought my Wi-Fi wasn't working, but then Liz told me Instagram was down and I was like, oh crap, we got to talk about this.
I was freaking out. I was like, I need to figure out a whole new career for myself. But while it might not seem like a big deal, it's certainly a reminder that we have no control over this platform, even if we pay for verification. So it's important to have other sales channels.
It's so important to be, even if your primary interactions right now are on Instagram, you need those people's information. Try your best to get them on email and those connections off of Instagram exclusively.
Yeah, so you can leverage your Instagram audience and invite them to join your email list. So you can do this by inviting them once a week. You can let them know every time before you send an email. You can tease a new collection that you're launching to your email list. There's a lot of ways to encourage people from your Instagram audience to send you their email address. Okay, let's get into clienteling. So why is clienteling important? The goal of clienteling is to establish meaningful relationships between you and your customers. Yes. And it fully enhances the customer experience and it builds trust.
Absolutely. I mean, clienteling, I would say, is more like a sales function, but it's so similar to marketing because both things, as Liz said, are in service of the customer experience. So you are trying to delight the customer, build that trust, like Liz said, get them to like you and to think about you, to have you top of mind when they're ready to buy.
Yes. And clienteling, I just want to mention, is different than customer service. It's more personal and it's proactive versus being reactive, whereas customer service, if somebody has an issue, you definitely want to make sure that you can fix that problem. Whereas clienteling is you being proactive in reaching out to you and building a relationship with your clients. It also leads to higher sales and more repeat purchases. So the more you've built your relationship, the more you stay in touch with and nurture your clients, they're more comfortable spending more money with you and coming back and purchasing from you more frequently.
And it's so much less effort to talk to people who already have bought from you because they like your stuff. They're familiar with you. There's some element of interest there. So rather than prospecting for totally new customers all the time and just relying on that, talk to people who already like you.
Definitely. And having that relationship, nurturing your clients, builds brand advocacy. So the people who are collecting your product are more likely to tell their friends and to talk about you and post about you on social media because you have a great relationship. They feel like they're really important to you, which they are.
I hope so.
I hope so. I mean, every sale is really important. But it also, you can really use this to your benefit because it helps you understand your customers so much better, having those one-on-one interactions, and it can help you get more clear about your strategy.
There's nothing more valuable than getting the words right out of your customer's mouth, because you will start to realize over time that when you do have actually more like sales focused or consulting kind of consultations helping a customer decide what they want to purchase, you'll start like using words that customers have said to better like engage with the other customer, and they will feel understood and like you really get them and their needs.
Yes, you can learn so much just by having conversations with your clients. I feel like every time I've been in a sales situation for one of a client I've worked with in the past, I learned so much about why people are purchasing jewelry, and more specifically why people are purchasing jewelry from them. Like, what is it that I say that they want to hear that makes them want to decide to purchase something? And that can be used. That's so valuable. You can use that in all of your marketing.
So, how can someone get started?
So, a reminder that the best collectors are the ones that you already have. It is so much easier, as Laryssa said, to sell to somebody who's already in your world, who's already purchased from you, or already just loves your work. So, dig into who's purchased from you in the past and create a prospect list. So, this can be something as simple as a list on a piece of paper, or it can be in Excel. There's CRM systems out there, but if you're just getting started, a CRM, with a CRM system, and you're just getting started with prospecting, you can just use a simple spreadsheet or a simple piece of paper.
And please don't turn your nose down at customers who maybe they purchase one thing like below your average price point or like on the lower end, because you never know about someone's situation. They could love your work and just be super aspirational, and like maybe they saved up and they're like, this is all I can afford right now. But 2 years later, 3 years later, who knows? They could be in a different like earning bracket and ready to buy something else.
Or they could be advocating for you. So if you're nurturing that client, maybe their parents have money to spend, and they are, because they hear so many great things about you, they are ready to purchase from you. So you never know. And you want to like nurture every single relationship. And while it might seem more tedious, like the one-on-one interactions and all of that, it really does pay off in a big way. And the more effort you put into it, the easier it becomes. So a CRM tool, a customer relationship management tool that is often recommended is SalesMate. So if you are looking to try something that's not just an Excel spreadsheet or a piece of paper, you could certainly do that, but you don't need to. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. You also want to notice any patterns with your clients purchasing or your prospects purchasing, or when they're reaching out about products, to inform when to outreach. So for example, maybe you have a client that purchases every Christmas or holiday season, or maybe they purchase for every anniversary. That's when you want to be outreaching them. And that's really providing an incredible service to be in touch with them in advance with options. Oh, hey, you bought pearl earrings last holiday season. Here's a beautiful pearl necklace that I just finished. That's so helpful to your clients.
Yeah, don't rely on your brain to remember all of this stuff. Just keep notes about it, keep track of it. Note like what pieces have they purchased in the past, what pieces have caught their eye or interesting to them, and that will help you better personalize and guide the interactions in the future.
Definitely. And I get this question a lot. Should we be following our clients on social media? And I think 100% yes. Um, Follow them, genuinely engage with their content, and this can go a really long way. So again, in the bonus episode, we share more tips for nurturing your clients, and insiders get a CRM template. So let us know, are you going to be focused on clienteling? We'd love to hear from you. You can visit successwithjewelry.com to take advantage of our summer sale for only $5 a month. Sign up for the extended episodes as well as exclusive content. Thank you so much for listening.